And that was her idea, to make it twice as big, because I'm blind. All right. Thank you. We're going to have Brenda have her.
Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, you ready for this? Okay. Well, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of complaints about Kanoa. I mean, he's definitely a step up from my ex. My ex was a cold, abusive jerk. The only time I got warm from him is when he got drunk and shit the bed. But I really think I've stepped up to this relationship. I'm handling all the little details, always running and getting things. The first time I met him in person, I picked him up at the airport. I also do most of the cooking. Now I can cook stir fry like a local, even though I wasn't much of a cook when we first met. I do almost all the house cleaning, dusting, sinks, toilets, and all the floors. He never mops a single floor. Okay, but I put effort into the appearance and functionality of the yard. I plant ornamentals and edible plants and trees every year. I am the creative one. I fill my house with art and music, not him. I practice an instrument every day, and our house is filled with all my beautiful creations. And finally, one of my big beefs is since we got together, I'm the only one that takes care of the dogs. I mean, I'm really the one that takes care of the dogs. Sure, he takes a dog for a walk, but I do all the rest. I'll take them to the vet, I'll bathe and clip their nails, and wash their bedding, whatever they need. Right here. So I think we do pretty good, considering. That's her turn.
Wasn't that sweet? I'm going to leave it like this because Kanoa's going to do his bit now. Give a round of applause for Kanoa.
Thank you, Shorty. I mean, Poppy. All right. So, let me see. Just to start off with, let you know, I'm kind of two people. Yeah. I look like an old Howley guy, but I've actually got a young local kid inside of me. Yeah. And so, so since I know you guys so well, I feel like I can tell you guys my secret. And so I'm gonna just blurt it out. I'm fat. Yeah. I know you can't tell, right? But this is not a muscle. Yeah. Although I did develop it over years of a lot of hard work. But I gotta admit it. I like food. Yeah. Actually, that's not true. I like fat and salt and sugar and carbs. Yeah. If I like food, then I'd be eating broccoli and Brussels sprouts and all the good stuff. So obviously, I don't like food. I like junk. But that's not the end of the world, right? When you describe me, when my wife describes me, some people might say, I'm sort of a surf and turf kind of guy. When my wife describes me, she says he's a steak and cake kind of guy. And as long as the frosting doesn't get on the ribeye, I'm all good. So, but yeah, you know, I'm coming to terms with my relationship with food, and especially with sugar, because I can speak from experience. I know that sugar is addictive, you know, and I know this because I used to do coke. So I know from whence I speak. Yeah. So I'm sure none of you guys are going to know what I'm talking about here, but so with cocaine, when I was younger, this was like a year ago. But you know, so with cocaine when I was younger, you know, we would chip in with our friends and stuff on a payday or that sort of thing, right? And the idea was, you know, we chip in together, we get an 8-ball, which you guys don't know about, but it's 3 grams of cocaine, right? And the idea, the reason why you get the 8-ball is because it's only $2.50, whereas if you buy a gram of cocaine, it's $100. Yeah, and of course this was because I had no good connections. Right? So so we chip in to get a bunch because wow, now we got an 8-ball, that's going to last us all weekend. I think you know where I'm going with this. Right? So, you know, so we get the 8-ball around 8 o'clock at night, and by around 1 or 2, we're standing around going, you think the guy's still up? You think he might take a check? Because this is before ATMs, right? So I have a similar sort of interaction and relationship with sugar, and especially in the form of Oreos. Yeah? So, you know, I see parallels there, right? When I go to the store and I'm going to buy some Oreos, I can buy a sleeve of Oreos for about $2.50, or I can buy a whole bag for $3. And, you know, I buy a whole bag and it's going to last me a long time. Right? So, by 1 a.m. that night, I'm standing around the empty bag. But, you know, but there are some parallels because when I did have any cocaine, when, you know, when some was left over or whatever, we forgot some or something, you know, I treat my Oreos very much like the cocaine. I hide it from my family and friends. I will physically assault anyone who takes it. And I'm filled with self-loathing after I finish it. So yeah. There is one major difference though in my relationship, right? With Oreos, I never had to turn state's witness when the Nabisco got busted for their cookie operation. So yeah, I'm fat, and part of that I attribute to my upbringing. Yeah, because I'm following Ray's example and I'm blaming. Yeah. So let's blame the parents and blame everybody around me, and especially L&L Drive-In. The thing with L&L is you don't know if you got a good deal until you can feel the heft of the plate. And then you're like, oh yeah, right there, sweet. Yeah. And you know, we go back and be like, wow, this thing's light out. One scoop of rice, what's the matter with you? So I grew up in Waianae, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Waianae, Waianae is a very, very tough area on Oahu, yeah, and it's one where there's a lot of, you know, Native Hawaiians. And back when I was growing up in the 70s, this was when the sovereignty movement was really getting its first legs. You know, Native Hawaiians were realizing, hey, we got screwed, you know, and they're bombing Kukuau Valley, and they're cutting off our roads. We can't get in and out of Waianae except by one road. So they were a little pissed. And I was the only Haole in the whole place. Serious, honest. It was just me. So I feel like I'm kind of the Caucasian ambassador to the Hawaiian nation, yeah? Because they would come to me with their concerns. And they would impress those concerns upon me quite vigorously. Yeah, so I think you guys know Waianae a little bit. So growing up there howling, it's kind of like what I imagine it's like for gazelles in Africa, trying to get to the water hole, right? And avoid being eaten by lions. It's pretty much the same thing, yeah? So getting to school was all about, you gotta first scan your horizon, make sure there's no prey animals out there, right? And then run for the first cover you can. Get to that cover, and then you stick your head out, look around some more. Oh, somebody's coming, hide. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And then, just keep going. So the idea was, of course, once you get into class, you're safe because the teacher's there. So you have to book it across the field, and that's your last shot. So if you can make it across the field, you jump into the classroom, whoo, you're safe, at least until recess, right? But it wasn't just me after a while. I wound up with 3 other guys. Yeah, there was a guy who had glasses, and another guy who kind of stuttered a little bit, and another guy who was, I think, from Vietnam or something like that. And so, we all kind of stood out in our own special way. And this was before, the kind of, the whole movement to accept people for their differences and things like that. So, but, looking back on it now, after I watched hours and hours of the Discovery Channel, I realized that we really acted like a group of gazelles, right? Because, there was safety in numbers. We'd always pack up together, right? First thing in the morning, right? Everybody gets together, and then we run to school. And if anybody, if we see a threat, if somebody comes out of the bushes or whatever, we would do exactly what gazelles do. Right? Everybody shoot off, run a different direction. What's the idea there? It's because they can't chase all of us, right? So what do, right? And with the gazelles, the lions chase after the slowest gazelle. I think you guys are reading my mind. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think you're ahead of me already. Right? So now that I look back on it, I think maybe we weren't such close friends. They just had bait. Yeah. So the mopes would pop out of the bushes and stuff. Everybody scatter, and I'm doing this. That's literally how fast I ran back then. So I took a lot of lickings, I wish I could say that I ran faster, but I never got to run faster. So, what do? In that case, if you're a gazelle, you got to act like a lion, right? And that's kind of what I did. I got fed up. I got tired of getting lickings for what I felt was no good reason, right? But you can't be mad at Hawaiians for being angry about losing, their culture, their land, all that stuff. I couldn't, turn back and say, fuck you, you can't hit me, right? So the weirdest thing is, I got a group of friends. We all started hanging out together. We'd go surf together. We'd smoke weed together. Break into cars together. You gotta act like a lion, right? So we'd hang out at Kukuau Beach, and Hawaii tourists would come by and they'd park their Toyota Corolla or their rented Jeep, and go to the beach and all that stuff. And sometimes my friends would be like, "Oh, look at those fucking howlies over there! Fucking howlies coming over here trying to use our beach all the night." And so I would join in. I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck those fucking howlies." And of course, my local friends are like, "Kanoa, these are your people, bro. Yeah, you gotta stick together, man, right? Why are you so angry at them? Yeah, they're not the ones giving you lickings." And I said, "It's because, they stole you guys' land, and I'm the one taking the cracks for it. So fuck those fucking guys." And we're also usually smoking my weed, so I was saying something like, "You're smoking my weed, so shut up." All right, that's my time. Thank you all very much.
Okay, up next is that big dork. I mean Ian Brown. Move it, Holly.
She'd make a pretty good bully. She was like 4 feet tall. You could subdue her like this. But you give her a can of spinach, you never know. All right, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. All right. I know. This is for some pub brownie points. Free beers, Yep. So a while ago, I was talking with someone about the show tonight. This is the second time here, and you know, a smart ass person. They go, "Oh yeah, the only people who do that kind of stuff is narcissistic egomaniacs looking for validation." So you know, the only odd thing about that is they're performing tonight. So you know, I appreciate the compliment and takes one to know one. So last time I performed, it was my first time on stage, and you know, it was kind of awkward, never held a mic and did all this kind of stuff. And so I went into the crowd afterwards, and everyone tells me, you know, like, how did I do? What'd you think? And they're like, great job, good job. I can't believe you got up there. That took a lot of courage. And I'm like, no, but for real, like, what worked? They're like, great job. And I'm like, no, for real. And I couldn't get anything, and it kind of really pissed me off. And so, you know, they always say, good friends tell you what you don't want to hear, and the hard truths. And I just couldn't find any of these comments that I was looking for. So apparently none of my real friends were here. And so I kept seeking it out, and I couldn't get anything. And what it really comes down to is Americans nowadays are so PC, you know, they don't want any conflict. And basically we're in the era of participation trophies. And so they didn't want to tell me what they really thought. So the good job pat on the back was like a comedic participation trophy. And it kind of sucked because I, you know, like how can I move forward? So anyway, there was a lot of great performances that night, but the best joke I heard came about 3 weeks later, and I met someone just happenstance, and we talked for a bit, and it was just a brief encounter. And then later on, I was having another conversation with someone, and I mentioned this meeting, and they go, "Oh wow, yeah, they were at the comedy show." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Yeah, they sat in the back." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I think I do remember them." And they're like, "Yeah." And when I met her, I don't think she recognized me either because it was out of context. And she starts laughing, and I'm like, "Well, what's so funny?" And she goes, "Well, do you want to hear what she said about you?" And I'm like, "Sure." And this is, you know, well, I heard it from a friend of a friend of a friend, so I know it's true. So what she said was, I quote, "Yeah, when he got on stage, he was pretty cute until he talked." And I laughed my ass off. And I've been laughing ever since, and I just think it's so great to finally hear an honest opinion. But I really don't know how to move forward with that. But, you know, it's like, what can I do with that? But then I thought about my content, and yeah, maybe talking about big dick porn and vasectomies doesn't work. So maybe I'll take a different approach this time. So you know, I'm still looking for these comments that can help me do this, and so. You know, I think this is going to be the catalyst to stardom. This is it. You know, this is where it all starts. Tonight is it. And you know, I was hoping Poppy would put me in the headliner position, but after me is the intermission, so I'm headlining the intermission. So you know, I'm working my way up the ladder here. So you know, back to the looking for good advice and opinions. So some advice you solicit and you ask your friends, try to help me with this. And then other times people just tell you things totally unsolicited, things you weren't asking for at all. And this happened to me recently. I was hanging out with a friend and we just got done surfing and we're hanging out on a beach and we're just talking about something I have no idea. It was just some random thing and he looks at me and he goes, "You're a pretty petite guy." and I'm like, what the hell is this? You know, and some opinions you don't need to here? And I wasn't asking him, like, how do you feel with my social stature? You know, am I like big and burly? And he's like, no, I wasn't like fishing for this information. So, yeah, so we're no longer friends. So anyway, you know, so hopefully after this, some of you give me some honest feedback, and if you give me, you know, if you give me the participation prize and you tell me I'm doing a good job and it's so good for me getting up there, you know, it's all bullshit. Unless maybe you buy me a beer, because if you put your money where your mouth speaks, that's free. And then if you buy me too many beers that I can't drink, you can give it to my entourage, because this is, you know, where I'm going to propel to superstardom. So I know there's some of you out here who didn't even know me when you showed up, but I know you're on the verge of being a groupie. So, but you will get some free beer, so no worries. So, you know, as the years go by, it's pretty interesting how life is. As you get older, you really lose inhibitions, and you're not as self-conscious. And obviously, you get up and do stupid things like this. And but it's really fun for me personally, because I just basically puke words all the time in conversation, and it's just like basically it comes out, and then I realize what I said, and then, you know, you take it or leave it. And I have a lot of fun with it. I sit in my car a lot, just thinking to myself, and I'll crack up laughing, and I'll be laughing for 3 stoplights. And it's great, and I really enjoy my own jokes. I think they're great. And one of the good things is there's so much technology now, people just think I'm listening to a podcast or something. And but the other thing is, you know, you just say these off-the-cuff things that really are gold sometimes, and other times not so much. But a couple of things happened recently that I'll share with you. A few months ago, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I ran across a public post, and this is what it said. It said, "Missing Pomeranian service dog." And so I take that in, and then scroll down. It says, 8-year-old boy with Tourette's missing his service dog. Urgently needed. Please help. Please help. Reward missing in Waimea. And I think Tourette's, Pomeranian service dog. Okay. And then I just start laughing, and I just, you know, and it's like, it's that thought. And so I'm like, you got to do it. You got to do it. And then the other side of me is like, no, don't do it. You know that's wrong. And I'm like, no, do it. No, don't do it. So it's this turmoil, and I'm like, no, that's it. I'm doing it. So I screenshot it, and I go over to my Facebook thing, and I post it, and I put this. I put, urgent, please help. Everyone, please help. 8-year-old boy with Tourette's is missing his Pomeranian service dog. And then I go down a little bit more, and I'm like, I can't imagine why that piece of shit motherfucking asshole of a dog ran away. And I know the social context and the repercussions. So, but I'm looking at the top corner, it says post, and I'm just like, and I'm just laughing too hard. And I got a couple twisted friends, and I'm like, okay, someone will like this. So I post it, and then I go on with my day. And a few hours later, I come back, and I get on, and I look to see, you know, good, bad, ugly, what happened. Not one person touched it. Not a like, not a thumbs down, not even a like, you're twisted and wrong, nothing. So apparently the world's not ready for me yet. And so I deleted it, you know. And then not that long after, I'm going to Subway one day, and I walk in, and this is in Hilo, and there's no one in Subway, and there's just the 2 workers, and I walk up, and there's this like huge Hawaiian guy behind the counter, which he did not look like he should be assembling sandwiches. He looked like he should be building something somewhere out of bricks. But anyway, I guess he's building sandwiches, so good for him. So he goes, you know, can I take your order? What do you want? Or no, he said, what you like, bro? And I go, oh, yeah, I'll take a roasted turkey, wheat bread. And he goes, okay, does it. He's like, cheese. And I go, provolone, because I'm Italian. And he goes, you want it toasted? And I go, yeah, I want it toasted. So he puts it in the oven, and he, you know, it takes a minute or whatever. And he's sitting there, and I'm standing there, no one's around. And I'm just thinking, what a crappy job. You know, like, poor guy. You know, he never makes that good of money. He's just putting sandwich after sandwich, just running down the row every time. And so the thing beeps, and that's what I was thinking. I was totally like in another train of thought. But as soon as the sandwich hits the thing, and he goes, do you want, or what vegetables do you want? I go, and just spur of the moment, I go, oh, bro, you know what? I can change my bread. And he goes, and he goes, and I'm like, yeah, nah, you know what, I don't like that one. You can change them. And he goes, and I can tell he's about to like break, you know. And I wanted to get him, but I didn't want to break him. So, I still wanted a sandwich. So I can tell he's about to like lose it. And I'm like, nah, just joking, bruh, just joking. And he looks at me, he's like, I don't get your jokes. And I'm like, bruh, come on, it's a sandwich joke, man. Come on. How often are you gonna joke at your stupid job? And he's just pissed. He's just salty about it. And I inside, I'm dying. I thought what I was gonna say was funny, but his response is 1,000 times more funny to me because I didn't know I was gonna like piss off this guy. I thought he was gonna chuckle and think I was a smartass. So anyway, he's like, what do you want? And I tell him, put everything, and he puts it down. And I've never had a sandwich filled with so much hate in my life. And I walk out the door, and I'm just keeping it together because he's like pissed. And I walk out, and I just laugh for like 3 blocks. Every time I look at the sandwich, I just die laughing. And they're called sandwich artists, but they ain't taking no sandwich jokes. So those are just some examples of how, as you get older, and I can't wait to get old because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Not that great.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, my mouth will still work. There we go. So, a while ago, I was traveling and staying in a hotel with a coworker off island, and they got all the cable TV with 1,000 channels, and so we're scrolling through, and I don't have cable, and so we run across Shark Week, and I know about Shark Week. I haven't watched Shark Week, so we start watching Shark Week, and I always thought Shark Week was educational. It tell you about sharks and different things and how they fit into the ecosystem and our impacts and all this kind of stuff. But that's not what Shark Week is. Shark Week is attack after attack after attack going around the earth. And we watched this for 3 days. And so, I'm just in awe at this whole thing. So I'm watching it. And this is how Shark Week goes. Shark Week it shows the globe, and then a little pinpoint comes up somewhere on the earth and it goes bing, 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 and it blows up. And you hear this voice. It goes, in South Africa, John is going for an early morning kayak, like he does once a week. He's been out on the water for approximately half an hour. And then in the bottom corner it says recreation. And John's like, wow, this is a great day. I love this. And the voiceover is like, little did he know, there was a 15-foot bull shark lurking. Wow, this is beautiful. I love this vacation. Luckily, John made it to shore. He was able to get to the hospital. Unfortunately, lost the left leg, but he will recover. Bing, 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 bing. Santa Barbara, California, December. Kevin, an avid surfer, is going out for a pre-work surf. Recreation. Wow, these waves are cool, man. This is great. Wow, shit. Wow, good barrel. This is great. Oh, man, this is great. I can't wait. Love it. Little did he know there had been a 20-foot great white frequenting the area recently. Okay, boys, I'm gonna catch this wave. This one's mine. This one's mine. Whoosh. Luckily, his fellow surfers got him to shore. There was an off-duty paramedic, and he made it to the hospital. Unfortunately, he's gonna lose the top half of his arm, but he will recover. So I'm watching this and over, and I'm like, this isn't Shark Week. This is fucking horrible. And so I come back from my trip, and I go out surfing. This isn't good. So I'm surfing, and I'm out by myself, and I'm like looking, and I'm just like, and I can just hear it. Ding, 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 ding. Big Island, Hawaii. Ian decides to go surfing. Unfortunately, there was a 15-foot tiger shark, and he's a petite man. he was a total loss. So, I'm just thinking about this, and I'm like, wow, why are we focusing on sharks? This could apply to anything, like, there's so many dangerous things, and no wonder every tourist who comes here is like, wow, you go in the ocean, that's crazy, what about the sharks, man? And it's like, well, shit, with Shark Week, no wonder. So I started thinking about it, and there should be spin-offs to these shows. One of the examples is, there should be Tree Week. And Tree Week is, beep, 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 beep. Deborah and her fiance are having a vacation in the Philippines, walking down an idyllic coastline for the sunset and the Mai Tais. Little did they know, recreation. Isn't this great? I hope we can buy some land and move here. Little did they know, a coconut was about to fall. Deborah's husband sustained severe brain injuries. Is forever a vegetable, and she left him shortly thereafter. New Jersey. Dawn is leaving for work, December. It was a crisp night, and little did he know there was an ice storm, and all the trees are laden with ice. And here's Dawn, recreation, backing out of his driveway. I hate my fucking job, stupid damn it, stupid traffic, crack! Unfortunately, Don and his Honda Civic were a total loss. Stay tuned after the break. We're going to have conifers and deadly pine cones. And next week, we have a new series. We're having Gravity Week and Baby Week. So I got a notification on my phone today, and it's these news headlines, and I don't know about these things. So this is what it said. It said, people with cluttered houses are more likely to be overweight. That's all it said. And I look at this, and I'm like, I don't know. I think there's an opportunity in every scenario. And I think it's clickbait, because people are like, well, shit, I'm cluttery, so I'm gonna get fat. So, but I thought, okay, if you're cluttery, why do you gotta be overweight? What's the correlation here? You got crap everywhere, what's it matter? And then I thought, okay, there's an opportunity. If you got crap everywhere, every time you have an empty Cheez-It box, just put 5 pounds of sand in it. Put all your good stuff on the top shelf, and as you're digging through all your random boxes, you'll be lifting weights. You'll be like, nope, not Cheez-Its, nope, not Cheez-Its, nope, not Cheez-Its, nope, not Cheez-Its. And before you know it, your problem will be gone. So, yeah, since we're talking about sex, wait a minute. Hold on. Hey. I don't think we're supposed to do this bit. No, we shouldn't do this now. No, we shouldn't do this bit. Yeah, you said you would do it. No, I don't think we could. It's too controversial. We can do it.
Do it!
Okay. Well, that was awkward. Okay, so something happened recently that really affected a lot of people, and brace yourself. Yeah, did you guys hear about the woman in the 14-year coma who gave birth at the Hacienda Healthcare? Yeah. And a lot of people are up in arms about it, calling for investigations and all these things, and I was really pissed off too. Mostly because a woman in a 14-year coma is having more sex than I am. But but I don't know, everyone says, oh, she's a victim, and I don't know, is she? Like, if you were 14 years unconscious, that might be the highlight. And, you know, most coma patients have their eyes closed, so who cares what they look like? So I think, you know, I think we're being a little bit judgmental. You know, this might have been a plus. This might have been a plus. And, you know, as a guy, I can kind of relate in a way. Because we all know there's the 3-date rule. And if you get a girl 3 meals in a row, she owes you something. All right, guys.
Right, give it up for Ian. Okay, so listen closely, okay? I want you to follow instructions. We're gonna take a short break. So you guys gotta go smoke your cigarettes and your weed and shoot up heroin real fast. I'm gonna give you 5, 10, 8 minutes. Make it quick. When I say we're coming back in, but don't leave because I'm telling you, if you thought that stuff was bad, it gets way worse.
This is like where you go to.
But you see about the time, I would tell you to make sure. But no, I gotta do the third one first. I gotta do why? I gotta do my raunchy one last.
Yeah.
You can do all three. And what is it? It's less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes, right? You can do it.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Star is born.
Yeah, there was kind of the...
Real quick, so I'm driving mix of people, like guys that drive really slow.
Yeah. It's really comfortable. And like when you're like beginning and couldn't turn the page, it's like it worked. It was like our new hand with the work. I was like, I know. At first I was like, oh no, and then I was like, no, it's great.
Well, I want you to practice it.
Great job. You did a great job. I love that.
When I turned it in the last 6 hours,
That I did for public coffee,
So I had to set it up. Yeah, I flipped it on.
And once you start doing it, you do so many.
Exactly. I love watching Ian. Especially like, when he does something like, brings in a little bit of
Because it's like, oh my god, that's so good.
That's why I was nervous that I wasn't. Take it off? Yeah. He was gonna go up. I want to see. Yeah. And reality is writes hilarious songs. Long blonde hair. Really long. And I think some people that I don't know are going to go to. So today, I had the most coolest experience. Yeah, we went out for dinner before we came over here. Japanese food. Oh my God. And there, it used to be the Chinese barbecue. Oh my God, the food is amazing. Really, and cheap. Anyway, so I'm looking at the waiters, our waiters. Danny or whatever. The Chinese. Oh, okay, well anyways, so this girl comes up and she's got a sign on Miao Chin. Miao Chin. I'm like, whoa, Chinese. So I go, Miao Chin. I go, she goes, oh, I'm like, oh my God, I'm speaking Chinese. I thought about working on it today, but it was like, just happened. And I already knew what I was going to say. I didn't want to get longer.
Yeah, I mean, I got to talk. We all got stories. I got a story from last night. Yeah. He's outside, out that way, not that way, okay. No. I can't make enough. Never had an 8-minute break. I ordered a pizza. You build up momentum and then boom. Everybody's outside here. Everybody's outside burning. You know? Well, maybe I'm up for the next round. Last night. No, it's hilarious. You made it. You made it. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's my home number. Actually, I think video that. I'll be there on the joke out. Stop over there and walk inside. Yeah, they're very active. Yeah, there's like a bunch of stairs.
Okay, if we can start rounding up all the stoners from the parking lot. Stoners in the parking lot.
Stoners and loners.
Put it out. Bring your asses back inside. Did you tell those stoners?
She's got a lot here. Round 2. Oh my God! I'm sorry, I just had to do it.
didn't see that because that would be like the end of the night.
Everybody put your hands together for MC Poppy.
Okay, I don't see everyone, but up next we have a dose of reality. And that is her name, Reality. And she's gonna play you some songs, and they are so disgusting.
Just like her.
Horrifying. Just like really, oh God. So I want everybody to give a round of applause to Reality. Thank you.
Need a lot.
Yeah. I need a bucket. I need a puke.
Water towel. Service. You need a service?
Just shit your pants. I know. Can I do slapstick comedy on the shit my pants? They turned on top of what did you do? I am Rick. It wasn't my fault, Rick. Somebody put this here. Yes. I threw my underwear on. One more thing. Wait, which one is
Hello, everybody. My name is Reality. Yes, that's my real name. My parents were weirdos. I really didn't want to do this at all, but Poppy encouraged me, and so in a very violent way, she threatened me. And anyway.
Is threatening you.
I did the last comedy show, and I did my one song, which I'm going to play right now to warm us up. And then I have a little bit, I got two more on the theme of love. This is the second half explicit part of the show, so I'm sorry. But this first one is okay. This one is about growing up in Hawaii. Yeah, and what we all see day to day. And I'm nervous. I'm sorry, but I messed up. There's one hot-pie auntie. She's dragging her feet. She carries baskets of fish to the farmer's market. On her face just gets stink eye and lickings for her kids. I give her a couple of dollars. I love fish. Why do I love fish? Sing along if you know the words. Now the cakey stay scrappy, and I smoked a crib on top of the lanai. Tell Chemo Forgo grab me one more Heineken. Now folk go and grab one, but he never went. Close the ice box. Tomorrow they gon' turn off the electricity. Tell that folk I better pay me, or you going to be my kid. Money stay lost, flipping dollars, call my tutu Las Vegas. She says she no more money, she went lose them shooting craps.
She said, sell some cons to your Uncle John to like buy one new car. And while you're at it, sell one steak off the EBT. Go buy more crib, Honda Civic. Tell honey girl, meet me at Wailoa Park. The pavilion stay empty and the bathrooms stay dark. We go oof now. We take them slowly. I went and lock my car keys inside Uncle's truck, so I know can outrun the police officer. Even though he stay chubby, get one souped up Mustang, and the siren is stay following me to Monono Mart. Unlocking heads, throw me in the car, my sandwich and pickle sitting on the bar. Pull up to the station and I call Auntie. I say, tell these fuckers, give me back my weed, cause my uncle's the chief of police. He going set me free. Cruising with the uncles, drinking beer Honolulu. Holidays dropping in on KLE. Fuck, I'll get pounded. He go and get drowned. This next one. Huh? She said, I don't talk about it.
Funny.
This is a song about self-proclaimed nice guys, I guess. Just for the theme of love. It's a parody for one of my favorite love songs, First Day of My Life. It's called This is the Worst Day of My Life. Okay, here we go. It's kind of mean. Sorry. This is the worst day of my life. I swear that you were born just yesterday. You opened your mouth, everything went south. I found out you tried too hard for me. Yours is the first face that I saw, bringing me flowers in the morning. I threw up in my mouth and I threw them out. They're ugly, I agree. So I thought I'd let you know that my car's in the shop, so to Burger King we go. I realize that I'm using you, but I still need a ride home. Funny because it's true. Okay. Remember the time you missed my call? I thought for a second that I liked you. But then you come back with your shriveled sack, your dick turned into a punani. And I said, this is the worst day of my life. I wish I died before I met you. And I don't care, I don't want to hear all your ladyboy feelings about me. So I thought I'd let you know that I am not a lesbo, I need dick inside my home. Sure you'll find a Mahu if you keep cruising down, mama. met a crack dealer and I'm sure he'll treat me like a hoe. Just like I like.
Hilarious!
This last one, I'm just gonna say, I'm really, really sorry. It's like super fucking raunchy. Like, it's really bad. It's like not even funny. It's like kind of disturbing.
I'm offended a little.
So I'm gonna try and get through it without like breaking down, laughing, and like being embarrassed. Okay. Here we are, it's 8:05, you rest your dick upon my thigh, push my head into your lap, now there is no turning back. Why is there hair growing up your shaft? You're shaving your dick too much to ask. I tug your dick, it won't get hard, tickle your ass, you drop a shark. Why is this taking so long? Look at this picture of your mom. Now it's poking me in the back of the throat. Little bit of vomit dripping down your scrotum. Quick, put it in before it's soft. Oh shit, you came before I got off. I shouldn't have called you my little boy. Now I'll have to use a toy while you go down on me. Oops, I forgot to wash my pussy. Open up my legs, I see you cringe. You swear that you don't smell anything. That's the reason why I married you. Lift those pussy lips up high, see if you can find my bean. Later, if you get it up, we'll reenact 2 girls, 1 cup. I bleached my asshole yesterday with cleaning products from Safeway. Maybe next time you can bring a friend. Whose mommy issues don't get the best of him.
You guys are welcome. I do. I force her to do this because she is fucking funny. She did. Stole the show. Okay, so the next comedian. I've known this guy his whole life. He just came back from Dom. So, you know, I don't want to freak him out. All right, settle down. Jesus Christ. You've all had enough. It was a good set. It was good. Okay, so the next comedian. Okay, so if you came to the last show, I talked about my vagina a whole bunch, and my son wasn't here. He was somewhere traveling around, and so I sent it to him so he could watch it, and I didn't think about it, and he wrote back, yeah, that was really funny, but thanks for warning me about all the talking about your vagina. So that's why I'm not talking about my amazing vagina tonight, because he's here. He just came back from Vietnam, a tour in Vietnam. And you know, the apple does not fall far from the tree. So give it up for my son, Woogy.
Make it short. I'm pretty sure I might be the crack dealer from that second song. last one, but I did just bring back a giant bag of Viagra from overseas. So I just got back to the island on Tuesday. I was in Vietnam, my mom said. Before getting back to the island, I had a layover in Japan, and as soon as I landed, the customs officials took me in the back and they gave me their 5-star treatment. So they searched my bag, and it wasn't long until they found my unnecessary large bag of Valium and Viagra. They asked me why I had so much medication, so instead of telling them my plans to sell them through Valentine's Day, or that they were my rape kit, I said the most obvious thing I could think of, that I can't get a boner and gives me anxiety. So they asked me how much I paid for it, nodded their heads in approval, and sent me on my way. I've actually yet to try Viagra. I'm a bit hesitant to do so because I have a bit of addictive personality. However, I was a bit nervous to perform tonight, and I heard that it can help with stage fright, so I took one before the show. Shortly after, I was definitely feeling something, but it wouldn't exactly describe it as confidence. So I Googled Viagra, because all the boxes I have are in Vietnamese. And I realized I had fucked up and it's not what it's for. So to calm my nerves and get rid of my erection, I took several of my Valiums. But those just made me, I think I took too much, it made me really tired. So like any other normal human being, I stopped over at my grandma's house to smoke some meth and play a quick game of Scrabble. Now I'm here, I'm still nervous. And I can't help but feel like I should have listened to my original gut instinct and not taken that Viagra. It just spiraled everything out of control. Speaking of gut instincts and guts, back to my grandma's house. That is so fucked up on so many levels. I can't even go into all of it. But what I'm referring to is the kittens in her freezer. For those of you who weren't here last time, my grandma's a little bit eccentric. For those of you who were here for the last comedy show, you might remember my mom speaking briefly about my grandma and how she had kittens in her freezer and doesn't know why. I do know why, because I was there. And despite all my protests, they still ended up in the freezer. But what's more important than why they are in the freezer is, are they still in the freezer? The answer is yes. To this day, they are still in the freezer. And if that wasn't fucked up enough, shortly after they were put in the freezer, nobody paid the power bill, and it hasn't been turned on since. This was 4 fucking years ago. That's me, Grandma. Wait, buddy. So, I've been off island for a long time ago, and despite my mom's protest, I went and visited her the other day. I inquired about the freezer, and so yes, it's confirmed they're still there. But don't worry, the kittens were already dead when they were put in the freezer. And if you're still wondering why they're in the freezer, you probably never smoked crystal meth. Some of you don't know me, but if you're not completely retarded, right, you might have guessed that I have issues with substance abuse. A few years back, it happened to be Valentine's Day, I got in a big fight with my ex-girlfriend, and she locked me out of the bedroom. One of my friends was supposed to pick me up, and I didn't have a t-shirt on, and it was pretty cold, so like any rational, normal human being, I cut 3 holes in a pillowcase, put it on, jumped in the truck, headed over to Taco Bell to get high. There were 3 of us, and I was talking to whoever was in the passenger seat for who knows long. And we turn over to, I'm just going to call him Jeff or whatever the fuck his name is. And the driver's seat and discover him unconscious, foaming at the mouth. It was absolutely terrifying. So immediately we put him in the passenger seat, and we start driving to the hospital. My friend driving, me in the back attempting CPR, and in between the breaths, collaborating some type of story to not implicate ourselves once at the hospital. We get there, we jump out of the car, we open the passenger door, and I remember us grabbing Jeff by his belt, it breaking, him falling on the ground. And then we drag him in, we drag him in through the emergency door entrance. Doctors putting him on the gurney. They ask us what happened. We give our bullshit, non-implicating story. And the doctor being like, okay, we're going back into the ER.
You did your work.
And I sit down and I'm like, fuck, he's probably gonna live. The doctor believed our story. Like everything's all good. And then I look down and I'm wearing the pillowcase still. So, you'd think that would make me stop, right? But, so, another Valentine's Day.
All right.
This is, I get into an argument with a different girl. We kind of make up, and then I tell her I'm gonna go buy some cigarettes over at Sack and Save. I'll be right back. So I go to Sack and Save, and I use the payphone to call my uncle. Just so happens he pulls in the parking lot, and he pulls in the parking lot with these two people I've never seen before. He gets out of the car and he's like stumbling around, and he's really fucked up. And my uncle, he's the kind of guy that he only really does uppers, so it was alarming to see him so out of it. So I go and talk to him, and he's like, oh boy, I'm buying EBT from these guys. I'll talk to you when I come outside. And so 5 minutes later, they drag him, like, they come out, and they're practically, this couple is dragging him out of his knees, and he's like unconscious, and they're freaking out, and they're like, we don't know what to do, we just met this guy. And I'm like, fuck, god damn it, again? Help me get him in the car. That fucker was ice cold, and his face had turned white, but he was still breathing. And
yeah. Knew that we took the vitals.
So, and his wife's house was right below the hospital, and he was on parole. I don't want to get him in trouble, so I decided it would be best to, stop by his wife's house first and ask her what to do. So I'm in the Sack and Save parking lot, and I'm freaking out because I don't have a driver's license. Yeah. I've never had a driver's license. Yeah. I have a warrant for my arrest.
All over the car.
So I'm in the driver's seat, and I put it in reverse, and I just fuck up the entire side of the car. There's this post, like, right there, like, the front of Sack and Save, to the point that, like, I have to stop.
Shut up.
And, like, all these people are running over to, like, come and, like, oh, God, what's happening? Like, my uncle's, like, unconscious, face turned white, and I'm just like, oh, God, no, put it in reverse. And I'm like, fuck, I'm like, oh man, if it turns out to be alive, he's gonna be pissed if I crash his car. And the couple in the back is like, don't worry, he actually crashed it like an hour ago. And so I got him back home, and it turned out, he went into a diabetic coma, so that actually, happened.
All worked out.
But no, his wife gave him a shot, and he came back to life.
God bless her. Bless the wife.
The next morning, he was like, boy, I just don't understand how both sides of my car But he was grateful that I was at Sack and Save at that time, and I didn't just leave him.
I did it through a cattle.
So the next morning, the police finally picked me up on account of my arrest warrant, and I went to jail for a month. And I couldn't help but think of that girl that I told that I'm gonna go to the store real fast and buy a pack of cigarettes. Last time I ever saw her.
What a surprise.
Eventually, though, I did finally quit using hard drugs that I consider to be detrimental to my health. At least.
Yeah, some of that stuff.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But, you know, unfortunately for everyone else, they're going to have to find someone else to point their finger at these days and say, at least I don't do as much drugs as that guy. It helps people feel better about themselves, for real. Took 4 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I had to be shot at, chased by demons, bitten by a spider, lose the top half of my hair, spill 80 hits of acid in a cooler and drink it. But I did it, and I also found a really cool girl that helped my hair grow back. And it's actually amazing how much free time you have when it's not spent high in the Taco Bell parking lot wearing a pillowcase. I had a lot of time with my family now. Sometimes I think I should celebrate my sobriety with a good old shot of heroin. But like the Viagra, my gut is telling me no, and I think I'll listen to it this time. But for those of you that your gut is saying yes, and need a boost for Valentine's Day, you guys can talk to me after the show. I still got my big bag of Viagra and a bunch of Valium.
All right, Woogy. Isn't he cute? So proud. I wasn't going to talk about my vagina. But it's interesting because he brought this to my attention earlier. All the things I said that you didn't do and die at Christmas, they were all in his ass.
Except for the suicide.
Except for the suicide. We'll leave that for next time. Okay, get ready. Up next, Miss Anderson. You know that wordless war diva.
Hi, everybody.
We're at Super Joe.
I don't know if I want to record.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
I did not want to relive.
All right, so hi everybody. I just started doing comedy, of course, because of coffee. Yeah. Hey, you know, I figured I was offending everybody anyway. I might as well, you know, make it funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's a great time for comedy in America right now. Because everybody's so easily offended. You know, we're polarized, paranoid, and pissed off right now, you know. So whatever I say, I know somebody's going to get their panties in a bunch. So let's start right off with the rape joke. I was at a party last weekend, and this guy tried to rape me. He was unsuccessful, so I asked him out for next weekend. I'm a big patriot, you know, I love America, and when Donald Trump said that these are scary times for men, you know, I want to make that as true the words as ever spoken, you know? I realize I need to step it up and play my part, you know? I wanted to be fabulously successful.
I would love to be wealthy and prestigious and have lots of power. And I always thought that it was just my unwillingness to sleep my way to the top that made me so unsuccessful. But now I've really looked around at the most powerful, successful men in America, and I realized it was my unwillingness to grope my way to the top. Yeah, really, if I could just start groping, assaulting, stalking, and hushing the opposite sex a little bit more, I think I would be just as powerful and wealthy as anyone, you know? Well, so this defeatist mindset is ending now. I am becoming a rapist.
Yeah, girl.
So everybody wants, everybody feels disempowered these days. We all wish we had more power in our lives, and I think this is why we love superheroes so much. You know, they're always talking about what would your superpower be? You know, and I think if I could pick a superpower, it would be the Vulcan nerve grip. You remember? Maybe I'm dating myself here, but Spock had that great move. He just pinched the neck and the person just goes down. It's like very peaceful, just a quick pinch. Right? This would be good for so many reasons. You know, like when your drunk boyfriend goes into blackout mode and he just keeps going and he won't stop. Yeah. Vulcan nerve grip. Solve that problem, you know. When your girlfriend is like, you know, doing stuff that you know she's gonna regret the next day, but she's like, oh hell bitch, I'm not stopping now. Vulcan nerve grip. You'll thank me in the morning, bitch. When your boyfriend comes back from Vietnam with a huge bag of Viagra, and it's like 2 in the morning, and you're like, oh my god, make it fucking stop. Vulcan nerve grip. Love it. Really good. I mean, and parents, you know, parents of newborns would just, they would love it, right? That crying baby, not a problem. But ultimately, the reason I really want the Vulcan nerve grip is to help me with my mission of raping, you know, because I tried to rape this guy the other weekend, and I mean, I was really sincere about it, you know. It's my patriotic duty. He was just laying there on the couch with his eyes closed. He looked like maybe a little intoxicated and you know, a potential victim. So I ran over there and I jumped on him and stuck my tongue in his mouth. I really thought, oh, this is gonna do it. We're gonna get some crying, some shaking, you know. It didn't really work out like that. Yeah, pretty soon he was like, came to and was sticking his tongue in my mouth, and I was like, ugh. Well, so I doubled down though on the raping, and you know, so I jumped on him, and I was like viciously like holding him down and like really forcing myself on him. I thought, okay, this is gonna do it, right? We're gonna get some weeping, some tears here. Unfortunately, didn't really work out. Next thing I knew, he threw me over his shoulder and dragged me into another bedroom. I wasn't deterred though. I just jumped right on him and I was viciously slapping him, biting him, all of this, and I thought, yeah, this guy is my victim. You know? But it wasn't very satisfying because I don't think people are supposed to orgasm when you're raping them. Yeah, so that's why I really need the Vulcan nerve grip. Because I would like to rape the biggest, scariest men in America. I think it's only fair, you know, and I have this whole plan. I'll be like, oh, that scary dark room over there. I need to go in there, but it looks so rapey. Could you like check it out for me, please? And as he's peering into the room, getting ready to turn on the light. Pinch. Ah. Yeah, that's going good. So, but honestly, you guys, I am all about equality. You know, I really think that the sexes need to be freed from our gender roles and have everything we want together. So when I got divorced about 5 years ago and started dating again. So when I started dating again, I was a little bit shocked, somewhat impressed by the dick pics that people use now for, you know, flirting and dating. This is apparently a modern thing that people are doing. And so I thought, well, if they're sending the dick pics, yeah, I believe in the golden rule, you know, do unto others as they want to be done unto or whatever, you know. So I decided, well, I'm going to start sending pussy pics. Right? And I got a lot of my girlfriends to join in, and it's a whole new movement, a social movement called I call it the triple P. Pussy Pic Posse.
God bless you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, so bless.
But there were some technical issues with the Pussy Pic Posse. And I ran into them as I started taking my first pussy pics. It's harder than you think, guys. You know, you got your like this, and you're reaching under here like this, and click. Let me try that again. Right, so especially if you're like me and you have big floppy labia, they kind of have their own expression anyway. And I'm looking at this like, is that a smile or a frown? I'll just tell him to flip it over. The thing I worry about most with my vagina,
What is that?
is the resting bitch face. You know, my vagina's like, you know, I like oral sex, but then he's going down there and then he gets this. What? He's like offended before he's even started. I don't know what to do. So, but I got together with some of my techie friends, and we're coming up with a solution for this. We're going to make an app. Okay? Well, thank you. Yes, we'll call it the triple P. Okay, where you will take a picture, snap a little pink selfie, and that thing comes out perfect every time. Always gorgeous. Thank you, yes. It took a little bit of work to get this app developed, though, and there were definitely some bugs in the beginning. I would love to show you the pictures. I just couldn't get the technology together. But men, don't worry, we aren't leaving you out. Well, I'm also working on the triple P 2.0 because, you know, we like to see your dick pics, but some of them are like, ooh. You know, like the hairy shafts and the veiny horror, like. So you guys, you need to make them a little bit more female friendly. And so I took a page from the messenger, and we created an app that when you take a picture of your thingy, it comes out with doll-like skin and puppy dog ears. Women love that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, dating is interesting. I've dated older, younger, shorter, taller. I've dated every color of the rainbow. But now, as a single mom, I have a son. He's 10, and so thank you. And so I've decided to only date immature guys. You know, so my son will have someone to play with. I figure it'll work out. I mean, the only groceries they'll have to buy is mac and cheese and hot dogs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They'll both be fine with the PS4, you know. I'm a caring mom. Yeah. When I was a kid, my son's so sweet. I love him so much, but he's so lucky, you know, because he's half Japanese. So he looks like he belongs here. It's great. You know, I remember the day when I realized I was a haole. I was about 5 years old, and I came home from kindergarten and, you know, crying my eyes out. And I was like, Mom, I'm not a haole. And she was like, see. But then she said, honey, you can't help being a haole, but you don't have to be a fucking haole.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
I'm fucking haole. The way I see it, there's two kinds of white people. Those who can laugh at haole jokes, and those who get offended. So if you identify as a white person, I hope you're the former. Haoles get really upset about the no breath thing, right? Leave it to a haole to breathlessly tell you. You know what haole means? It means no ha. Ha is the breath of life. I have breath. I'm not a zombie. I'm not a fucking White Walker. So derogatory. Because you know how haoles are all Hawaiian language experts, too, right? They'll like correct you with your Okina pronunciation. Haoles are all expert in ha, too, because they saw that one Hawaiian Airlines commercial. Then they come and they're going to mansplain Hawaiian language to them. But back in the 70s and 80s in Hawaii, humor was great, you know. We were equal opportunity racists. Yeah, it was the best, you know. Every joke had like, there was one Portuguese, one Japanese, one Hawaiian, and one Hawaii. And everybody just leaned in like, what are you gonna funny say? I can't wait to laugh at my own race. Everybody's like so fucking offended. I don't get it. Well, I don't care. I'm just going on with racist humor. Like, I have a couple of friends and we all have white cars, right? My South American friend calls his white lightning. My haole friend calls his white power. But I have Jewish ancestry, so I call mine white guilt. we white people here in Hawaii, we're all competing to be less howly than the next guy, you know, so we're always super excited to like take on another white person. I had a Portuguese friend who called that white on white crime. But, you know, I said, hey, I'm your howly. You know, sometimes when you got howly problems, it's good to have a howly on your side. Somebody's got to talk to the cops. Yeah, I'm really, really grateful to have grown up as a minority in Hawaii because I never had to have that uncomfortable feeling of having all of my privilege shattered by the rise of those pesky human rights. So lucky. But we're all about howlies, we're all about our virtue signaling, you know. Well, especially white girls, we love to tell you about all the black guys we dated and Filipino guys and how we were married to Japanese guys and our kids have mixed races and stuff. I'm okay, I'm not that white, I promise. Hey, I have the same weakness. I'll often tell people that I'm Japanese by injection. Because Asian supremacy, right? But you know, I think as a white person, we're just trying to be a decent local howly and not a fucking howly, right? A local howly, they'll come to your beach luau, they might bring something a little weird made out of avocado or something, you know. But they're there, showing face. A fucking howly buys the land in front of the beach and builds a big gate and locks it. A local howly won't give you any shit about your dogs and your chickens. A fucking howly goes and gets a city ordinance passed against your dogs and your chickens. A local howly will tell you how Big Island cops are the coolest, nicest cops in the whole fucking country. A fucking howly will tell you how the Big Island cops beat the shit out of them and that they're racist. No. If you didn't have so much white privilege, maybe you would listen to police orders and not get your fucking ass kicked. Since our cops aren't racist, they'll kick the ass of whoever doesn't listen. Local howlies shower every day, wash our hair every day, and we take off our slippers or shoes before we come in your house. A fucking howly smells bad, tells you washing your hair every day is bad for it, and walks right into your house with their shoes on. A local howly manages huge tracts of land left to them by their ancestors for the public good. A fucking howly buys up the prettiest parts of Hawaii and turns it into California. Fucking howly, oh my God. A local howly brings a huge bag of weed to the party. And usually rolls a joint for everybody there. You know? A fucking howly only brings enough weed for themselves and sits there and smokes the bowl next to you, and when you look at them, they say, oh bro, sorry, it's cashed. Fucking howly. There's so many fucking howlies moving here, you know? And if you catch somebody complaining about that, they're usually a howly. But, you know, I have advice for all of us howlies out there. If the word howly really offends you that much, maybe we could take a page from all of those brown people and black people. No, I know you're colorblind, but they're there. Okay. Look look at how the black people took back the N-word, right? Maybe we could do the same with Howley. Yeah, my Howley. Go Howley, go Howley, go Howley. Oh, yeah. Right? Okay, I've been inspired by Bub and the Kukuau studio. Did you know he also gives music lessons here? Right? And so I've already signed up for lessons, ukulele lessons with Bub. We haven't started yet, but just paying him the money has given me this amazing confidence. So much so that I am now going to perform for you. Never had one lesson.
Part of our religion. No, they were the doctors and the lawyers. All right. This is going to be good.
One lesson. Okay.
Looks good. How does my song go? Living white in Hawaii, I fight a beast inside of me, secretly supporting the TNT. That's the whole fucking Howie and me. I build up my beachfront land. I build up my beachfront land for other Howies from the mainland. I don't remember the next again. Okay, wait. Stop the video. Stop the video. I remembered all my other stuff. I'm just gonna use the video.
Never a chance.
All right. Okay.
From the top.
From the top. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Living white in Hawaii, I fight a beast inside of me. Secretly support the TNT. That's the fucking Holly in me. I build up my beachfront land for other Howleys from the mainland. I will profit from demand. That's the fucking Howie in me. I was born in Hawaii. I think I have rights here too. I will vote for Oha's leads and sue Kamehameha School. I get hurt by the word Howley. How can racism be pointed at me? I hate when subject and verb don't agree. I'm cool with Hawaii. I married a local guy. I could be your Howley and fight white fire with fire. I I'm born and raised in the Sina. You're here for I was born, raised on the Sina. You're here 4 years and now you're trying to call yourself a Kamaina. Oh, the fucking howlies I need. That's the fucking howly in me. That's the fucking howly in me. Okay, settle down. Settle the fuck down. Simmer. Okay, so our last performer is the man who saves us from ourselves. I saw him open for Augie T last week, and he was talking about how, because Augie's retiring, and he was like, what am I going to do now? What you're going to do now is go on the road, and we're going to open for you.
Fuck, I haven't heard Fluffy. Really?
Petite!
I am not a petite man. Unless you're spelling appetite, right? Holy shit, what the fuck did I just witness? You know, I mean, let's recap this shit. For those of you that just walked in, my God. Poppy with her angry self. He wasn't so angry this time, though. I guess it was the kid this why, right? And I just picture your vagina being angry, too. Is it angry? Like it just snaps and it just chunks the dick, doesn't it? Wow. Now that's a vagina that could rape, right? Holy shit. Holy shit, exactly. Wow. I mean, drug use. By the way, sugar is like cocaine. He's absolutely fucking right. I've never done cocaine in my life, but I got fucked up off of sugar. It nearly fucking killed me. God. I mean, look at me. I don't have a blazer, but I took this off a picnic table, so.
Nice!
Next time, instead of a pillowcase, buddy, get yourself a picnic tablecloth. Shit. Man. Where's that dude that was talking? He was talking about a lady in a coma having a baby. How many fucking, who can pull it off as a joke? Right? I don't know where he went. Maybe Shark Week actually fucking happened. Tree Week. A Tree Week happened. There he is. Holy shit. You know, if I was on Shark Week, they would say the shark had a buffet. You know that, right? It'd be like 5 guys died. Well, wait a minute, no, it was just Nihamia. Recreation, no. Now I'm gonna have that's gonna be the narrator of my fucking dreams tonight. Hey. Shark Week. God damn. I'm just gonna spin a fucking globe and go. Let's see. Oh, the couple, that was cute. I like the coupons too, by the way. That was awesome. Right? That was genius. Oh, at least you have somebody, sir. I've never had a relationship longer than 3 years. I mean, that's the theme. That is the theme, right? I was like, I hope that's the theme and not Shark Week. And I'll be like, what the fuck? I'm not prepared for that shit. Oh, really? The theme is vaginas. And I'm like, womp, womp, womp. What the fuck do I know about vaginas? And the real joke would be, I've never seen one up close. Face to face with the vagina. Vagina week. Puppy's vagina. Every vagina week. Recreation. Nehemiah thought he was going on a date. But he will soon find out that he was swallowed by an angry vagina. It would be like the piranha from the Super Mario, you know? Holy shit. You guys stepped it up. I mean, who the fuck knew Jan Brady was going to come up with the nastiest... If the Brady Bunch was singing those fucking songs, I would have watched it more. Holy shit, that was hilarious, by the way. That was super hilarious. Thank you. You make a good Yelp critic right there. Right? You see those shit?
He's a good critic.
I always wonder, like, what the fuck does somebody say about me, you know, on Yelp? I should write my own Yelp review. This guy was stupid, he was talking about food all the time. He was talking about fucking a donut last time. Which may or may not have happened, huh? It could be a true story. Holy shit, though. No, this is a great night. This is a great night. And then everything went silent, right? Like, what? It all went to shit right there. That's when his comedy stopped, and he just fucking bombed the rest of the night, right? No.
Hey, gang.
And then Shark Week happened.
Save it.
Shit. While on stage, an angry vagina attacked the comedian. Oh, damn. God, man, I loved it the first time I was here. It was kind of weird though, because didn't know what to expect. Because judging from the outside, like, seriously, we're going into a dope house to tell jokes? Like, what the fuck is over there? Like, it's in the fucking alleyway? Whoa. I didn't know what the fuck to expect. And like the building next door was like dilapidated. No, I'm not trying to lick this penis shape, man. I'm stuttering through this damn fucking Howley word. You know? Fucking Howley. You managed to piss off a fucking Howley, too. I was like, dude, just hit that fucking bong and shut up already. It's puff, puff, pass, not puff, puff, pass me your problems. What the fuck? I was like, that's what you lost it on? Seriously? Man, even there was white people in the audience, right? They thought it was funny. I thought you were funny. Thank you. And that's the main thing, right? You just gotta be funny, that's it. I mean, after all of the shit we've heard, I've heard a comedian talk about his penis for his whole set. Like, really? Dude?
Oh, yeah, last time.
Not you, not you. Not you. You actually made the penis funny that day. His penis is funny. Shit, I'm just happy that I can see mine from this angle. You know what I mean? The last time I was here, that was not possible. Fuck, if you was here the last time, you'd be like, what happened to the rest of that guy? I swallowed a midget last time. See, what happened was a little person. Holy shit! I almost offended a little person. That's not the guys you want to piss off, you know, because they will track you down after the show. And now you gotta explain why you're talking to this 3-foot guy, like, and he's pissed. He'll kick you in the shins. We represent the lollipop gallery. The fuck were you saying? Like, jeez, everything is more PC now. You gotta watch what you say. Like, I couldn't tell those rape jokes. Can you imagine if I came on stage and said that I wanted to rape somebody? They'd be like, call the police. Fuck that. I only say that I wanted to rape donuts. That a police can understand, you know? We have that in common. We have that in common. Shit. I was in Oahu recently, and the cab driver dropped me off in front of this 7-Eleven, and it had like 20 cops out there drinking coffee. So I was just, I'm gonna fuck with these guys, right? I'm a comedian, shit. This is what I do. I was getting ready to go to a show. So I get out of the cab and I'm like, no! I'm down on my knees, if you can believe. Like, I know gravity, but, and I'm like, no! I get back up and they're like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, did you guys eat all the donuts? And I swear to God, all of them was laughing. It was like, no, they were.
Oh, come on.
We got Krispy Kremes. Holy shit. Lock me the fuck up right now. Because I'm stealing all of those boxes. Local comedian today is arrested for stealing Krispy Kremes from police officers. More of the 10 o'clock news. Imagine if you heard that shit as a headline. It'd be the funniest fucking crime in the world. You start watching the news. Nah, I know the news. Isn't the news like, you could play like a blues riff to it. You know what I mean? Somebody died today. Like, fuck. If you could just play it to Trump. My God, that guy has made life miserable for me. Why? Because I look like a Mexican man.
You're not?
He's like, you're not? No!
I'm sorry.
No. It's the Mario mustache. It's the Mario mustache. The shaved face, I guess. I don't know. Somebody said, tablecloth. I guess if I was to button it up and unbutton the rest. Like, yeah, see. The accent. Jesus Christ. I don't want to be standing in front of Home Depot then. Shit. Somebody might pull up and be like, get in the truck. Like, what the fuck? I don't even like mowing my own lawn. What the hell are you talking about? Clean your pool. Fuck that. No, I mean, it's the first time people actually fucking yell shit during the show. Like, go back to Mexico. I'm like, for vacation? I've only been there for what? Fucking donkey shows? Starring me as the donkey. They used to call me Donkey Kong back in the day. I'm kidding. I want everybody to be disappointed after, like, Donkey Kong, he fucking lied.
The donkey's a star, you know.
Oh, I know. Jeez, the donkey is a star. My God. Donkey vagina. Holy shit. How big is that? I mean, the donkey dick is huge itself. I can only imagine. It'd be an angry donkey vagina at once. Yikes. Oh man, damn that Trump. I mean, yeah, womp, 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 womp. They should play that after his press conferences every time. Like he's about to say something stupid, this guy wants to build a fucking wall when there are already guys digging tunnels. It makes absolutely no sense, really? $5.8 billion for a wall? We could just find a Tongan family to do it for 5,000 AD. What the fuck is he talking about? This guy is ridiculous. And they said, even if they build a wall, he does not know Mexicans. These fuckers are like the most ingenuity guys in the world. Like, they're gonna take a street lamp and pole vault their fucking asses over the Like, you know what I mean? They go out these, like, fuck a flamethrower. These guys will catapult themselves into, like, cornfields in Nebraska before that fucking wall is built. Craziness. Man, but every time I look at that guy, it's like, somebody had to tell him that that is not a tan. Like, what tanning salon did he go to? Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? Did he tan with Oompa Loompas? Like, really? That is not a tan. God. He's turning into a peach.
That's an insult to a peach.
I guess so, yeah. It would be. That fuzz is not... The fuzz on the top of his head, I don't know what the fuck that is. I've speculated it's orangutan hair. And does the carpet match the drapes, you know? He's got orangutan ball fur too, I think. My goodness, man, this is craziness. I'm not gonna bring you down with all this politics. Like, isn't that project kind of like the railroad though? The wall is turning into like the railroad for the mainland. Some people got that. It's not so funny when it's real though. Like, wait a minute, it's actually fucking happening, Jack. Shit. It's not my fault, shit. It's that idiots. My goodness, shut the government down. I want to write on top of my tax forms, sorry, but I was shut down too, like, this year, right, you know? Sorry, I will not be paying taxes this year. I was forced to shut down due to a government shutdown, and I've only sent you an IOU. You can get the money from Donald Trump. Jeez, man. Damn, I'm glad the stage did not break yet. We made it. Don't step on the edge. And then it starts creaking, huh?
Don't step on the stage.
Then, comedian smashes stage. He thought he was doing a comedy show tonight. Little did he know, gravity happened. Oh, man. So we're supposed to talk about relationships, and I'm like, oh, God. Here we go. Womp, womp, womp. I mean, it's been one failure after the next for me. Like, I started online dating, and that's a fucking terrible choice. But it's easy, I'm lazy, so why not, right? I did not know there was that much people in Nigeria that needed money. And you know the funny thing is, like, people tell me the success stories, like that couple, they said they met online, and I'm like, where? Because the shit that, oh, see, they met in a chat room. I guess I gotta go start going to chat rooms and like insane clown posse chat room. Or what if furries chat room like, could you wear a bear costume? Like, what the fuck? She wants me to fuck her in a panda costume. And the sad part about it is I probably will fucking do it. Kung Fu Panda. No. Holy shit. Is that like the cum noise? No. That's the sound I make when I cum, like skadoosh. I just fucking ruined cartoons for kids. Huh? Thank God there's no kids here. You son of a bitch. They probably already know that though. They go, these fucking kids Google shit now. I didn't have that shit. We have to imagine shit. Like, they got video games on phones. The only video game we had was this gray brick that was green screen, and if you look at it long enough, you get cockeyed. Like, it's called a Game Boy. My nephews was like, what the fuck? What is a Game Boy? They have like DS's and color and a thing. Next thing you know, they'll be playing with Princess Leia on a hologram. And what the fuck is this? Shit, I used to have to blow on a cartridge and slap it against my ass to get the damn thing working. You can walk too far, they got like wireless fucking. Yeah, you spend hours just. You look like a fucking crazy person. That's what she said, sir. No, hopefully. I don't know what is the PC thing to say nowadays. Like, jeez. This is my biggest fear. See this thing? It's one time it wrapped around my leg and I didn't even know, and the fucking thing just pulled me and I was like, holy shit, I'm falling down. Fat man down, fat man down. These fucking cords, man. I'm telling you. You guys take it for granted, you skinny, small people. Petite man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, Jesus Christ. You know how hard it is to get back up when you weigh over 300 pounds? It's like you're gasping for air. It's like you're drowning. Wow, nobody's laughing at this shit. See, you don't know, that's why. You just don't know. You have compassion. Oh, thank you. No, don't have compassion. I did this to myself. I enjoyed food a little too much. Yeah. And that leads to the problems in dating. Because they know all they gotta do is mention, like, I don't give a shit. They'll call me and stuff like that and be like, oh man, I don't wanna go. I'm cooking dinner. Go on. What are you cooking? Yeah, they got me in trouble once because I went on of course this starts off with me saying I went on an ad for Craigslist. Those never fucking end well, by the way. Nobody told me that when I first started doing that. So I went on the ad for Craigslist and I was, talking to this one woman. And then she said, come over to her house. She's got chicken and waffles. Say no more. I'll fucking bring the syrup and hot sauce. Like, are they Belgian waffles? Do you want whipped cream and strawberries? Like, so I went over to the house. What she didn't tell me was that she was secretly wanting to be a dominatrix. So at her house is a note that says, come to the basement. I'm like, what the fuck, we're gonna eat in the basement? I'm still thinking I'm getting chicken and fucking waffles here. And it turns out the chicken and waffles was a safe word. After getting whipped the second time, I'm thinking, so there's not gonna be any chicken and waffles, is there? So I asked, where's the chicken and waffles? And she's like, that's the safe word. I'm like, oh shit. You mean to tell me there's not going to be any food here? Like, I'll let you beat me. As long as you feed me, you know? I don't give a damn. I might not have to be sitting down when I'm eating. I might have to stand up for 2 weeks, but hey, that fucking chicken and waffles is great, man. She had gravy too. I mean, it's difficult, man. It fucking is. Like, now I'm on eHarmony. And yeah, it's actually there's real women on eHarmony. I'm not worried that there's going to be a dick pic sent to me by a donkey-sized guy named Donkey Kong. Like, wait a minute, I used that as a joke. So I'm talking to this one girl, and she says, let's video chat. And I'm like, oh shit, she must be real. Right? They don't ask you to video chat. If they're not real, they ask you to send money to Nigeria. Keep up with me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute now. Now I'm self-conscious, like, oh shit. I gotta worry about what I look like now. It's so fucking easy to be. But then I'm thinking, no, dumbass, you sent her pictures already. But it might not be the same, you know? So this lady in particular was not the same picture. You know how I know? Her pictures was of a black lady. She was white. And I'm in the video chat like, wait a minute, all your pictures is of a black lady. She's like, I know, I was self-conscious. Damn. Who knew we could put different pictures? I don't put fucking bad pictures of somebody on the damn pictures. Not myself. Oh man, so yeah, online dating sucks. Real life dating sucks. Dating sucks. So you know where I'm headed with this, right? Like, geez, marriage? Oh God. I can't even imagine. Like, just the thought of me having to go down on one knee is like, it's painful already. Like she'd have to be worth it. Like, I'd have to, fuck it, she'd have to cook cakes with steak in them. Steak in cake. For me to even consider. Like, look at this guy. He's dating a baker from Love's Bakery. She used to work for Dunkin' Donuts. Now she works locally. Jeez. Yeah, I know you can notice already, like, fuck, this guy is not racy at all. Like, his jokes is about food and video games. This guy's a fat nerd. Precisely. I was a fat nerd. I still am. I still play video games. Like the guy said, Xbox. Like, shoot, man, we got Xbox, Nintendo, what a PlayStation. My thumbs are really good. What's my favorite game? Right now is Red Dead Redemption 2. I like it. It's like the most, like, what the fuck? We're doing actual shit, but we're so fucking lazy to go outside. Like, fuck this. We'd rather camp in the middle of a game and start a fight. Like, I'd rather ride a horse in a game than ride an actual horse. Like, and you can ride donkeys in the game too. Don't give away the secret. Oh man, I know it's different. Like, I'm so much of a video game dude. Like, last year Halloween I went as Mario. I did shows dressed up as Mario with a freaking. I'm serious. It's me, Mario. I get the hat and everything. And now this one girl, she wants me to wear the Mario costume now. Like, what the fuck? It's kind of weird.
Does it get you laid?
But yes, but more importantly, she can bake.
Wear the costume.
She can bake. That's all that matters to me, sir.
Sir.
doesn't get you laid. Man, not, you know, that is like that's, if you want to know what guys want, like that's right there. Food, sex, and sleep. Yeah, that's it, it's simple. Bacon, beer, same thing, food, sex, and... Oh shit, I was like, waves? What the fuck is she talking about? Didn't I just tell you I was lazy? I rather surf during a video game. Oh. That's a long list though, Eva. Like, I mean, you've dated a lot.
It's the next one.
Sir, is she dating you? Bless your heart, sir. Bless your heart. Oh, man. No, man, dating. It's hilarious to me. Like, I'm still like wanting to be like in my 20s, but it's not possible. Like, and everybody expect, you know, you're like 30 already, dude. Like, really? 50s are better. Oh, 50s, eh? Sir, you said you had a bag of Viagra there. How much for 3 pills? No. How much do I have to take to turn into a donkey on my bottom half? Fluffy Jr. Shit. Man, you just fucked me up, man. Now I'm thinking about Fluffy and his Netflix special. I'm like, God, I wish I was fucking Fluffy now. I wish I could say that. I'm funnier than Fluffy, yeah. It's like, you're not Fluffy, I say that all the players. Oh, shit, man. Netflix. Every time I see that guy, though, it's like, really, dude? I didn't believe it this way. I did not believe that I looked like this guy. Then I actually fucking met the guy. And I was like, wow. I was like staring in the mirror, like, you don't want to. And then I gotta go on and tell jokes, and people are like, what? I thought that was Fluffy. What was he talking about? Holy shit. No, man. Getting older. Like, not old enough. No, man, it's just a different thinking, right? Like, I thought back to my 20s and I didn't give a damn about none of that shit. Like, I didn't care how I looked. Obviously. Right? I wanted to get, I should tell people that I really wanted a donut for a stomach. Like, and guess what? I made my dreams come. Like, I made my New Year's resolution to grow a donut for a stomach. A hairy fucking donut. Oh, man. You have an app to take care of that, like the slimming app. The fat guy app. From the neck down, we just have a different body.
You have to include the penis.
Wow, I have abs now in this picture. Oh man, she just gave me the word. She's like, "Fuck, you suck, dude. You're fucking terrible." No, I think yeah, that's. The cops! Oh shit! They have donuts! I gotta go outside immediately! Now she got me excited for donuts. Now I really want to get out of here. No, man, but hopefully we do this again, right? Right? You guys have fun? Everybody, give it up for everybody that performed, too. All right, Poppy, take us over.
Nehemiah was just horrified. I mean, so we'll see you in a couple months. Oh yeah, and I wanted to let you guys know that the poster for this show is really cool. If you haven't seen it, Bub has framed posters for sale. You should definitely get one because they are going to be a goddamn collector's item.
They're funny.
Because all of us are going to be famous, not just Ian. Okay, who's king? Rocco, water. And thank you, Bob. And next time you want the wireless mic. And the projector.
No, I forgot the workshops and I came. Yeah, well, next time it'll be better. I want to come here.
Let's see. We are out of here. I think it's over.
I think you guys missed my part, didn't you? Came a bit late.
You were on early.
That was the first one.
It was awesome. 9:30. That's where you guys going? Do not clean up your act. Keep it. Hey, I think you were last. No kidding. That's when it's because it hit home. You guys came a little late. Oh yeah, music. Somewhere. Really happy. Bye, Rick. Good night.
I've never been invited to your house. You say that like you've been invited like 10,000 times back. Never been invited. Yes, you have been. I asked the address. I texted it to you. You didn't come. Your address. I don't know what else. I remember from the art store, right? I remember my customer. All right. Okay. Okay. I remember. Super. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Hey guys, are you guys
Apparently I talk too much. Gotta go through high five, Spirit. No. High five, Spirit. What the fuck? Today's didn't get nothing.
I wish. Hey, this fucking tablet is broken. Oh, really? Well, I was with him. I don't think I was in that tour, but I was with him in one of our
I had never heard of that guy. And I just happened to show up. It was the same place that we had this camp. Like we had tents. Starbucks was over there. And it was just shitty Kuwait. It's so hot. It's so tight to get there. So true. And I'll tell you, so never knew we could do that. Although it's just special. Did you check out his new special?
I'm at the beginning of it.
Yes. A lot of these long stories. I've seen this happening with like successful
No, I don't have time.
they think anything they see is funny. And I think the best comedians are
All the way through.
I think you did superb. It should look like I think that's the right reaction. That's how you won the audience basically. You love it. And you reminded everybody of the funny stuff, and then you made your own joke off of what you had already done.
And you know that wasn't planned because it had to have happened. Like I would have had to know.
In the moment. Yeah. So yeah, that was great. Thanks, man.
We will see you again, sir. And you probably might see this guy on stage. I'll try. It's like a Jedi. Jedi mics.
Are you in? Yeah, bud.
Oh man.
How do you know?
This is
How do you know though?
because the hanger that
Supposed to be up. Oh. That's whatever up is on the page.
then watch it. Take it away. That's the top note.
Everybody basically called me.
They did, dude.
I listen to a lot of comedy. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like Joe Rogan, and he had Sebastian on, and they basically just call. They're like, how do you write jokes? And it just gets into that.
Okay. Go ahead, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, I just stopped it because it's not fun.
Don't let Eva forget her computer, yeah?
Oh, well, she parked right in front. She's yelling at me.
I mean, I need I can go fuck up.
So, they're talking about like old material versus new material. So one philosophy is that you do a new special, goes out on video, everyone sees it. You don't do it. Everybody does it. The idea is that it's fresh, it's in the moment.
Yes, yes.
However, the counter argument to that is that, well, there's these touch screens where, they're like, dude, so Jim Gaffigan has to do Hot Pockets.
Oh, yeah, he does. That's like his thing. Yeah.
So, and a lot of guys say keep it fresh. Yeah. Let me go hand this real quick. My lady, I started watching Game of Thrones.
Oh. Canadians.
Cigarette time.
Cigarette time.
Last night.
Why?
Oh, because, well, it just ended terribly. No, it was great until it ended terribly. Like, I got called out by 3 bouncers.
Oh, wow.
And one of them put me in a fucking chokehold and
Why
actually
did they haul you out?
literally choked me out because I was friends with this vocal girl.
Oh, and they got jelly?
And the sad thing is I don't know all although I didn't lose consciousness. So, like, how are you gonna remember exactly what happens to you?
Yeah.
Or you, like, they literally choked me out.
I know that.
And my throat hurts today, and I'm not a special. I'm like I was really mad last night. I'm not mad anymore. I'm just.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't say it to like.
No, but
Whatever.
it's hard to. You're like you don't know what you did, and if it was like.
Well, you know, I can imagine worse. You know, but I don't know. I've been kicked out of the tavern before, and the nicest bouncers came up to me. And I was like, okay, on my way out. Well, the next time they just come up behind you. They don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
That's the new tactic. And last time, so that happened to me twice. The first time was in corner, and I didn't do anything because I was terrified. The second time, I actually fought back, and it took them 3 guys to choke me out. So, you know, but throat hurts today. You know, lesson as always: don't go to the bar alone. I was already drinking before I even got there. It was a sad ordeal. But we're okay.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I just did.
Love the night bug, my friend. Didn't see you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't know what happened. But,
Like shifts in different directions.
and yeah, we'll probably be here tomorrow night. Somewhere around this month. Like January was clean, and this month should be better. I'm hoping for the other. This one's up there.
Really late, extra late.
That's the last thing I'm gonna do. Look at this.
Love you, man.
You did it. He's bad, you give me bad. I'm gonna be bad, but only when it's